The biggest thing I'm such an advocate for, because it's helped so much in my own life, is practicing self-compassion. Not enough can be said about this, is just being kind to yourself and know that growing takes time, healing takes time, and it's okay to struggle. It's okay to not be okay, because growth isn't going to go in this upward trajectory at all times as much as we would like it to. Growth is just not linear that way. So allow yourself the space to know that it's okay to be human. Hello and welcome to Beyond the Scale. I am your co-host Maddie, and today we are talking about how to transform your challenges into sources of strength and how to use them as weapons for yourself. We all face ups and downs in life, twists and turns. That's just how life is. Sometimes when we least expect it, when we least want it to. But it's how we handle these things that shape our growth. So it's all about having the right tools in your toolbox so that these challenges don't define you, but so that they can be a catalyst for your growth. That's what it's all about. So I want to share a personal story of my own. I was bullied growing up for how I looked, the color of my skin, the texture of my hair. I was bullied because I was shy, just being different. Growing up in a predominantly white neighborhood, I was really a target for a lot of negativity growing up. And this bullying led to an overwhelming amount of social anxiety in many situations, and it led me to a self-doubt within myself, and I constantly questioned if I was good enough to be in the room, if I was smart enough, pretty enough, any of those things. I had a lot of doubt. And the anxiety also led to constant worrying and overthinking, and it led to panic attacks that were so crippling to me that I would end up in the ER because I thought I was dying. I literally had no idea what was going on because it was so foreign to me, but they just kept getting worse the older that I got. And I was in my own way. I had a lot of blame for others for how I was treated. I literally blamed everyone around me until I realized it was important for me to take control, because for far too long I allowed my story to be, well, I was bullied, therefore I'm this. People weren't nice to me, therefore I'm this. And I just let that hard time in my life define me and rob me of a lot of things in my life. But guess what? I'm not unique to this struggle. There's plenty of people out there who are bullied and also worse and have anxiety and go through hard things. And so I decided to stop feeling sorry for myself and take control of my narrative. And I started doing things to manage my anxiety and transform it into, like I was saying, a weapon earlier. I started drinking less. I started sleeping more, working out daily, meditating, all things that I was doing over time to manage this discomfort that I felt. And I also started doing uncomfortable things that I knew would be hard. And after I started doing these things, I then began to accept my uniqueness, what made me special, what made me different. And I felt less afraid to stand out, which was what I dealt with growing up, is that I was different. And so I wanted to shrink myself because of that. But the more I started to manage these things and tell myself that bullies weren't going to define me, and I wouldn't allow them to tell me what my worth was throughout my entire life, that's when I started to find love for myself. And nobody could take that away from me. So instead of avoiding difficulties, facing them head on and learning from them, these turned into my sources of strength. And I started to accept what made me different. I stopped straightening my hair. I stopped being silent, and I started speaking up. Because challenges, my friends, are meant to build us, not break us. But it takes a lot of time to heal from this. So what can you do to sharpen your own tools and use them as weapons of opportunity? First off, you need to reframe your challenges. instead of, doing what I was doing, asking, why me? Why this? Why am I not good enough? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this moment, this opportunity to grow? And I'll give you some everyday examples. The challenge could be maybe you're feeling overwhelmed at work. So the opportunity for growth could be, let me reassess my priorities. Let me set boundaries with my team and learn to delegate. That could be the opportunity. Another challenge could be you're hitting a plateau in your fitness goals. Well, where's the opportunity? This is a good time for you to reflect on your body, relearn your body, refine your approach, and adjust your nutrition. Just develop patience. This thing that is so hard for you right now is teaching you a great deal about patience. So there is a learning lesson in every challenge that you're going through. And the other thing that's incredibly hard, probably the hardest thing, is leaning in to the discomfort of what you're going through. Yes, it's hard, but avoiding the hard things doesn't serve you in the end. It holds you back. It weighs on you. So if you're afraid of public speaking, guess what? Do more public speaking. If you're afraid of having difficult conversations, conflict, if you're afraid to cut back on sugar, or waking up early is a struggle, staying off of your phone is a struggle, just know that these things are going to be hard, but lean in to the hard, because what that does is it expands your capacity to handle difficult things. Ask yourself, is this life or death? No? Then we can go through it. We can conquer this. No problem. And another thing you can do is keep a journal. Document your challenges and the lessons you learned. Just remember that you've survived everything you've been through so far. I feel like we forget that. Reflect on it. Just seeing it written down, being like, oh my gosh, I literally got through this. And be your own champion in these moments, right? Know what you've gone through and know that you've survived it and move forward. And then this is huge. I feel like a lot of people tend to overlook this, but it's surrounding yourself with the right people, a supportive network that's going to not only be there for you, but also challenge you, also question you. My friend Uriel and fellow Fit Body Bootcamp owner, I think, said it best. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're not in a room, you're in a cage. And so pushing the boundaries, you don't want to be around people who allow you to be comfortable and okay with where you're at. You want people who are going to be like, let's go. Let's grow. And the biggest thing I'm such an advocate for, because it's helped so much in my own life, is practicing self-compassion. Not enough can be said about this, is just being kind to yourself and know that growing takes time, healing takes time. And it's okay to struggle. It's okay to not be okay, because growth isn't going to go in this upward trajectory at all times. As much as we would like it to, growth is just not linear that way. So allow yourself the space to know that it's okay to be human. And then lastly, this one is so important, is anchoring yourself to a strong why. When you're struggling, maybe it's to wake up at 4 a.m. That was a struggle of mine for a long time. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Just remember that it has to be bigger than you. Am I doing this for my family, my kids? Am I doing this so that they can have the best life? Remember your purpose when things get shaky, because they will. But having that strong why to come back to when things are getting tough, that's massive. And to sum it all up, remember to embrace your journey by leaning into the discomfort, doing more of the hard things, because that's where the growth lies. Reframing your challenges, reflecting on your growth, and having a strong support system. And also be compassionate to yourself, love yourself enough, and anchor yourself to that strong why. So these challenges that you're going through right now, they're crucial points in your life so you can embrace them and grow from them. So I have a call to action for you, and that's to think of a current challenge that you're going through, whether it be your health, your relationship, your finances, whatever it is. Try to transform it into a strength. Practice the reframe first. Just that thing alone is a very powerful tool, right? This thing that you're going through does not and will not prevent you from stepping into your future and stepping into your power. So be a weapon, friends, and remember that the past shapes you, but the future is absolutely yours to create. So like this video and subscribe or share it with a friend who you know will have some value in it. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.